First Alert weather forecast.
Welcome back. 10 minutes after 6, and while it may be hard for some of us to see this morning with visibility, especially off towards the northwest, less than a half a mile, I do have some good news out of this, and this comes as we've seen quite a bit of moisture towards the end of last week. We did get, of course, a couple showers over the last couple of days, but looking at the drought monitor, continued improvement. A lot of places in D1 or D0, which D0 is something that we see when we're coming out of a drought or, of course, going into one. But we've been drought-laden for how long now? Basically since the second half of spring. Areas to the south that have been under a D4 drought, well, they're actually improving now to a D2. Now, that's still considered a severe drought, D2 is, but still a very large improvement from what we've seen over about the last month. Otherwise, looking at today, not really tracking many chances at some showers. Sunny and mild for a good portion of the afternoon, but this does come out ahead of another disturbance that may bring a few clouds our way tonight. Could spark an isolated chance at a shower, but most areas still likely staying dry. Then cloud cover dominates throughout the day tomorrow as winds pick up quite a bit out of the northwest, but overall, we're expecting a pretty seasonable weekend with temperatures hanging out in the mid-50s. For today, a lot of us starting off in the 30s, some low clouds and some patchy fog may hang around through about the mid-morning hours, but still getting into the mid-40s by about 10 o'clock later on this morning. When looking at the difference between the east and the west, well, there is quite a large difference. We don't quite have that cloud cover towards the west, and that's why we have a lot of us in the upper 30s and low 40s. Towards the east, still some cloud cover, still a bit of a breeze too. That's why we have those 50s out that way. Also, again, when looking at the winds off towards the east, a lot of places between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Meanwhile, for us, most places have actually reported calm winds, others anywhere from about 3 to 8 miles per hour for the most part. And satellite and radar showing that things have been pretty quiet towards the western part of the state and really quiet off towards the east as well, just looking at that cloud cover and a few showers. That comes on the heels of that low that brought us just a few of those showers over the last couple of days. But looking at Skycast for today, once those low clouds and once that fog lifts, we'll get in on more sunshine and a very light breeze. Today is just going to be a gorgeous day to wrap up the work week. Now tonight, this is where that disturbance rolls through. We'll see a couple clouds. We'll see a few chances at some showers, but most places likely staying dry. Looking ahead to tomorrow, cloud cover hangs around. Maybe a few breaks in the clouds, especially later on in the afternoon, could give way to a few peaks of sunshine. But then tomorrow night into Sunday, that's where we have just a few clouds hanging around, but then giving way to more sunshine. And I do think that Skycast may overdo the cloud cover just a hair for that. Otherwise, for today, mostly in the low 60s, some fog and some clouds early, but then getting in on more sunshine later on, dipping to the upper 40s tonight as we have those clouds that'll roll in. A seasonable weekend is on tap and staying dry, of course. Monday, we do warm it back up, but that comes out ahead of more chances at some showers. Another day in the 60s on Tuesday, slightly cooling it off into the mid-50s by Thursday, but beyond that, it does look like we could cool off even more going into the end of next week. Now for a Sunshine Award, Christy Trowbridge would like to nominate Josh Sadowski and Jacob Yeadon and says, Josh and Jacob from KJ's Fresh Market in Chautauqua are the best. Both are very helpful and point you in the right direction. They helped me with a health problem, and it made a big difference. My leg feels so much better, and I just want to say thank you both. Now, if you'd like to nominate someone, send us an email or head over to our website at weau.com.